Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. We are back in the 18 in.form set. It's looking a bit different because we are currently in the middle of renovations. So here's your little taste for now, and thank you so much to Kimball International for donating the furniture that you'll be seeing here as well as in the future. So today we are here to talk about the Dubois County Soil and Water Conservation District, and we have the director of that group, Judi Brown, here. So welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here and share this information.
Definitely. So you guys have an annual meeting event coming up on Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day, yes. So our annual meeting is something that we're required by law to do annually. We're a governmental agency, so we have to do our annual meeting. At the meeting, we'll have a short business meeting to go over our accomplishments and our financial report from 2022, as well as elect a new supervisor. Soil and water conservation districts are governed by 5 local residents called supervisors, and Brenda Summersheim has a term ending in January. So at our meeting, she's on the ballot to be for election again. So we'll have that election, we'll have our report of activities, and we'll have a wonderful meal and a guest speaker. So
yeah, I was just going to say doors open at 6 and then dinner starts at 6:30, so you're not playing around with the good meals. People love their food, you know that. And then we're also going to see a keynote speaker there. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, our speaker is going to be Kent Yeager. He is the president of the Indiana Barn Foundation, and he is going to be coming in and speaking about barns. He's very passionate about barns, and he was one of the founding members of the foundation. So he was so excited to have the opportunity to come to Dubois County because this is a rich agricultural community, and he is so pleased to be able to come here. And if you are interested in history, if you are interested in farming, if you're interested in just barns, old buildings, he is going to present a wonderful program on the different types of barns. There's probably 10 different types of barns, and I had no idea. They're built for different purposes. You know, whether you're storing hay or housing livestock or crops, barns were built for many different purposes. And so he'll come in and he'll explain the different types, the different structures. He'll also talk about the history of the area because most old barns were built using products from the farm. So trees were cut down and sawn into logs, or else stone for the foundation. It was all produced on the farm, you know, procured on the farm. So he will be able to explain how to look at a barn and look at the materials and determine if it was built by a traditional barn raising, you know, how it was built based on the materials that were used, as well as what it was used for based on the structure, the roof type, the shape, the size. So he will be able to explain all about these actual historical treasures that we have all over the landscape, and we're actually losing them because barns are probably expensive to maintain. So, but they're historical structures, and so he will come in and explain the origin of the barns and how they were built and why they were built, and it'll be very interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, I have a inherited hay barn. I would like to assume that's what it was for because it's always been a hay barn for us in my generation, my father's generation. But I mean, just it's very interesting to realize that, you know, there's people who are actually trying to maintain how these things became and how, and just the general history of things and being able to share that with people because it's stuff that you probably would overlook today or don't even think about. So that's very exciting that you guys are going to have him there. And where is this event happening this year?
The event is on Valentine's Day, February 14th. It'll be at the 10 Clark Atrium, the Arts Center Atrium in downtown Jasper. Doors open at 6, and the meeting will start at 6:30. You know, the meal's first, and then our our meal first, and then the speaker, and then the business meeting will be at the end. It should all wrap up by 8:30 though, so if you're 6:30 to 8:30, but since it's on Valentine's Day, it's a great place to take a date because we're going to have an excellent meal catered by Carla's Creative Catering. I think that's what she called it. Yeah, Carla's Catering. Yeah. And she is going to be catering the meal, so it'll be wonderful, but you can get a meal, dessert, drinks, and the speaker offer $10 a person. So
that's not bad. Yeah. You can't even go through a drive-through and get that much anymore for $10.
Right. So if anybody is looking for someplace to go on Valentine's evening, it's not necessarily a traditional Valentine's event, but it is on Valentine's Day. So Like I said, great meal, great presentation. It will cost $10 a person, and we are asking for reservations by February 8th.
February 8th.
That way we can let Carla know how much food to prepare. So you can call our office at 812-482-1171, extension 3, and make a reservation and just pay at the door when you arrive. Again, that number is 812-482-1171, extension 3, to make a reservation by February 8th. And again, the event is on the 14th, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and you also have your email here, which we'll put up, and the you also have your website, which I didn't realize you guys had a website.
Yes, yep. So all information is on the website. And we do have sponsors for our meeting.
Yeah.
All the local banks are sponsoring it. German American Bank, Old National Bank, Freedom Bank, and Springs Valley Bank and Trust are all sponsors for the meeting, as well as Beck's Hybrids Seeds. So all of them are helping to defray some of the expense of renting the facility and covering the meal expense.
Definitely. I mean, it's downtown Jasper at its finest. The Jasper community is coming to help pitch in to make this event happen, so it sounds so exciting. Well, Judi, that's a lot of information. We appreciate you coming by. Is there anything else that I haven't asked you that you'd like to say to the world?
One thing I wanted to note is that Kent is going to be bringing copies of the Indiana Barn Foundation's booklet called Indiana's Heritage Barns. He's going to bring a supply, so everyone who attends will be able to have a copy of that book to take home with them. And it's about 8.5 by 11 in size. It's a very nice booklet. So all of our attendees can take one of those home, and it's a good reference to tell you about the different types of barns. But it's a wonderful opportunity to get some great material too.
Yeah, and just to clarify for our audience here, this event is open to the public. You just have to make sure that you register first, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And bring your $10 for a pretty good meal on Valentine's Day.
A very good meal.
Very good meal. All right. Well, thank you so much, Judi, for joining us. Again, she is from the Dubois County Soil and Water Conservation District. If I can keep my words going today. So, again, their annual meeting is going to be February 14th at the Tin Clark Cultural Center atrium at 6 p.m. is when the doors open. So you can come support a local event and learn something you probably haven't learned before about barns and a very good meal. So thank you so much at home for watching. I've been Kaitlyn Neukam, and this has been 18 WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.